Hi, in my last video I gave a brief overview of how Langton's ant worked. I explained that it's true and complete and gave a quick explanation of how adding multiple states changed the ant's behavior. In hindsight, the video was lacking a lot of substance and was more just showing off a program I was proud of. So now it's time for a deeper dive. I'll be giving a brief overview of who Christopher Langton was and what he studied. I will explain how and why he came to Langton's ant and other concepts that tackle a similar issue. I will then explain what self-replicating automata are and the relevance of Langton's ant and other 2D universal Turing machines to computing theory. So let's begin. Christopher Langton was a computer scientist born in America in 1948 and was one of the founders of the field of artificial life. Early on, he identified that the problems of information, computation, and reproduction are intrinsically connected. Inspired by ideas coming from physics, particularly phase transitions, he developed several key concepts and quantitative measures for cellular automata and suggested that critical points separating order from disorder could play a very important role in shaping complex systems, particularly in biology. While at the University of Michigan, Langton created two simple artificial life simulations, the Langton ant and the Langton loop. He also did other things, but these are the most relevant to our topic of discussion. So now a brief overview of termites. Both the Langton ant and Langton loop are a form of termites, which is a Turing machine that has an orientation, a current state, and an infinite two-dimensional grid of cells. Another popular example is Patterson's worm. It is important to understand that termites are somewhat different from Turing machines as their instructions are relative to a current state. For example, Langton's ant may reach a black cell and turn left, whereas a 2D Turing machine would reach a black cell and turn to face north. The 2D Turing machine is not relative to its previous position, it's just got an instruction that it needs to execute, whereas the termite executes this instruction relative to its current position. It is also worthy of noting that he has 10 publications all relating to artificial life, cellular automata, and computation. So now just a quick aside. I think it is important to note what a cellular automaton is and what is the point of studying them. I quote from an article on TechTarget. A cellular automaton is a collection of cells arranged in a grid of specified shape, such that each cell changes state as a function of time according to a defined set of rules driven by state changes of neighboring cells. As for the point of studying them, it seems that they are useful for a variety of purposes including lightweight physics simulators, level generators in games, and for modeling the formation of societies. Now back to the video. It's quite obvious that Langton had a fascination with cellular automata, and more specifically self-replicating automata. So let's take a look at Langton's loop. Langton's loops are a particular species of artificial life. They involve a loop of cells that carry genetic information along its arms. The genetic information instructs the automaton to make 3 left turns, which completes the loop. The arm then disconnects from the loop and begins making another loop. The loop ceases to produce arms once it has 4 neighboring cells. The automaton thus creates a coral-like formation with live arms on the outside and stale complete loops on the inside. The simulation is quite cool. Langton wasn't the first to create one of these cellular automata. In fact, the Langton loop was created 32 years after John von Neumann created the first cellular automata, which was improved on by Edgar F. Codd in 1968, who brought the number of states down from 29 to 8, which is pretty impressive. Langton did away with the universality condition and was thus able to greatly reduce the complexity of the automaton while maintaining the 8 states in Edgar's cellular automata. So now you may be thinking to yourself, I don't get it. Why bother creating self-replicating automata? It seems like a waste of time. And I shared the exactly same thought until I found a research paper titled Self-Replication and Cellular Automata by Gianluca Tempesti, Daniel Mangi, and Andre Stolfer, where the authors allude to the fact that the study and implementation of self-replicating systems may be key to exploring other planets and hostile environments. The research is also beneficial for concepts such as fault tolerance and self-organization. The authors outline that cellular automata allow researchers to study the mechanisms of self-replication in a simplified environment, which is essential when researching such a complicated topic. Thank you so much for watching the video. I know it's been quite short, but it took a while to research all this information to give a deeper dive into cellular automata and who Langton was as a person. Thank you.